Hello everyone, and we are here to talk about the 1591 BI enhancements. So as part of 1591, the following things have been updated as part of our BI enhancements. As working with our customers, we've gotten feedback that there are certain attributes that they leverage in their BI reports, and so as part of this release, we are adding additional attributes to our data warehouse. We have also updated out-of-the-box Jaspersoft reports to include custom investment types. And lastly, we have updated the load data warehouse jobs to be incompatible with all the other out-of-the-box jobs that could have caused performance degradation if they were both running at the same time. So the new attributes that we have added in 1591 are the blueprint ID and the blueprint active ID. These were based on the direct feedback from our customers that they wanted to leverage the blueprints that have been assigned to the projects or other investment types in the data warehouse. So now when customers run the load data warehouse job, we will replicate the blueprint ID and the blueprint active ID. For those who are looking at the tables, you will see four columns in the tables, which should be the blueprint, blueprint underscore key, active blueprint, and active blueprint key. Just a note that if the blueprint ID is not set in your investment, then we will set the blueprint active ID as the blueprint ID itself, which is the default. We have also updated the ability to now include your custom investment type data in the out-of-the-box reports. When we used to run the load data warehouse jobs, if the custom investment types were flagged to be included in the data warehouse, we used to replicate the data. However, the input types, which is the investment type, did not include those custom investment types. So you could not select them and run the report against them. As part of this release, we have fixed that, where now you can run your out-of-the-box reports and select your investment type of your custom investment types. Here are the list of different reports where you should be able to see that data. I will not read through each one, but it is there for your reference. Over the period of time, several of our customers had reached out to us saying that during the execution of the load data warehouse job, they would see performance degradation. We did some analysis and we determined that the load data warehouse job by default was not set to be incompatible with many other out-of-the-box Clarity jobs. And essentially, if a customer would execute a resource intense job, such as rate metrics, and also at the same time have the load data warehouse job executed, then the application will see a slight degradation because now you have multiple jobs that are all resource intensive, which would then slow the system down. To address that, our team did a detailed analysis, and all the jobs that could impact the application performance or should really not be executed at the same time when the load data warehouse job is running, we have now made them incompatible with load data warehouse job as out of the box itself. So when you go into your job definition for load data warehouse, you will now see tons of additional out of the box jobs that will prevent this load data warehouse job from executing if any one of those jobs are already running. In addition, for the same list of jobs that are made incompatible with the load data warehouse job, we have also made that job incompatible with load data warehouse. So this way now, only one of them will execute at a given time, or they will wait for the other one to finish. So with that, let's jump into our demonstration to see the load data warehouse job and other enhancements. So first, I'm going to go in and I am going to show you the load data warehouse job that have been made incompatible with several other out-of-the-box jobs. So within the administration, when I go into the job definition and filter for load data warehouse job, I can go inside and I can now click on the incompatible jobs and see the list of all the out-of-the-box jobs that have been made incompatible with this job itself. The same will apply for the load data warehouse access right, that this is incompatible just with the load data warehouse job only. If I filter for one of the other resource intensive jobs, such as the rate matrix, I will see that this job is incompatible with the load data warehouse. I'm going to go now to the modern UX, and in there, I'm going to go to the custom investment type, and I have a custom investment type called business objective, and I have an instance in there where when I go in, I have assigned some staff to it, and I have created some tasks and assigned those staff members to those tasks itself. What I'm going to do is run that report from right here itself. I could go into Jaspersoft and run the report from there, but in this case, for this purpose, I'm just going to run that report directly from here. So I'm going to call the Jaspersoft report within my business objective instance. And I could have passed the parameter, but for the demo purpose, I want to show you that within my report itself, I, in my input type, will see the business objective as one of the options that can be included in. So right here, this is my allocation report. In here, under the input type, you can see business objective is listed. I can click on that and just execute this report only for my business objective, and the data will be displayed back. I can do the same for another report, which would be my investment task. I can run the same for my business objective, and I would see the task assignments. That concludes the demo for the BI enhancements.